and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Sister V, and we will begin our meditation. I invite you to take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Right here, we acknowledge that we are in this sacred space. This space that is full of love, full of light, and full of grace. This meditation is about grace. Grace. G is for gathering your attention right here, right now. Breathing in this loving grace that surrounds us all within. Allow that grace to flow in through every breath. And just focus on your breathing. As we gather our thoughts, let us remind ourselves why we are here. R is for remembering. Are you here for self-care, for community connection? Or just to sit and absorb that grace? Breathe in and breathe out. Remember why you are here. You are divine beings of light and love. Blessed by grace at every moment. Take this time to remember who you are. You are a divine expression of spirit. In all its glory. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the waves of grace to flow through your brain. A is for aligning yourself. Right here, right now. Take a body scan from your head to your torso, to your legs, and then finally to the feet. Acknowledge anything out of alignment. And focus on aligning yourself with spirit. And as we align ourselves with spirit, we align ourselves with others. Sharing our gifts and talents, from this grace that surrounds us and supports us. Take this moment to align yourself and feel how that feels, aligning yourself with spirit. Aligning every part of our being with this one love, this one mind. That is infinite grace. Breathe in. Breathe out. C is for courageous service. How can you serve? How can you use those gifts and talents for the betterment of those around you? We are all given some gifts or talent. That is like a light, a beacon, waiting to shine. It is up to us to be courageous enough to let that beacon shine. Think about the courageous service. That's ready to be used and experienced. By yourself and those around you. E is for ethical exchange, an action. What action can we take to show grace? We all have brilliant thoughts and ideas. How can we exchange those thoughts and ideas into manifestation, into our reality? As you allow grace to fill your life, to fill your very being, Know that you are loved at every moment, at every time. There is infinite love, always. And as we breathe in this beautiful grace, this blessed light of love, come back to this sacred space. Come back to yourself. Here in this space. And know that you are loved. May grace be with you and the light and love of Spirit. Namaste.
like to do the...
Center for Spiritual Living. We are your joyful joy notes. My name is Sister V, and this is
Kathy. And I'm Linda.
And this is Practitioner Sunday. So we got special treats for you. Just watch out. Here we go. We're going to start with some songs first. If y'all would stand, and if you're able to sing with us, the words is going to be up there on the screen. And silence your cell phones, and we'll get to another song in just a few seconds. Hello, hello, if you're watching from above. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, I shocked you, didn't I? Hello, hello. Okay. And just remember who we are. As you come back to your seats. Thank you so much. You may be seated.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kathy Day, and thanks to my application of the teachings of the center, I get to celebrate a happy Kathy Day every day. Every day. At least a little piece. There's been a couple of days that have been hard. But knowing how to think, not what to think, but how to think, has been a real gift. It has moved me out of fear. I used to be a much more fearful person. You would never, ever catch me up here speaking at all, ever. Yes, and now now Reverend Linda can point to me and say, go do this, and it's just like, okay, I'm there. So it's been a tremendous amount of growth. I dived into the teaching and took classes immediately after I attended my first service. It just called to me, and it continues to call to me, and that was like about 25 years ago. So not quite 25 years. So I'm welcoming you to the Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. We acknowledge that we are meeting on the unceded territory, traditional territory of the Kayapaya peoples. And unceded means that they didn't give it to us. We kind of took it. And we just are acknowledging that now. We, at this center, we know spiritually empowered people, and I know personally, spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. And so in applying the teachings of Science of Mind, we get to inspire minds, we get to open hearts, and we get to empower lives. That is our mission, and that's what we're here to do. We have a global vision statement for Centers for Spiritual Living, which consists of several lines, and we read a new line each week. And the line for this week is, we envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. Let's see, provider information. Please join us in singing We Are One, followed by our practitioner of the day, Susan Cochran, who will lead us in an opening affirmative prayer to set the tone.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. I invite you to join me in an affirmative prayer this morning. Just take a moment to breathe. Release anything that took to get here. Just kind of melt into the seat, melt into your couch at home, and relax and know that there is one powerful presence. There is one divine intelligence that is the creator of all things. And this intelligence is in the oceans, in the rivers, in the sun, the moon, the stars. It is the eternal force that is love and life. And this force connects us all in oneness. I feel this spirit here today, and I know that I am one with it. And as I know this for myself, I know this for all beings, and every person here and every person at home watching. We are all connected. We are all one with this force of love and life. As a co-creator with the Spirit, I bless this space and all paths that were led here. I know that we have all been divinely guided and that we are exactly where we are supposed to be. I bless this center and the teaching, knowing that there are many opportunities here for all of us to connect with one another and with the divine. I bless the music and the message and the inspiration that it gives us through the week. I bless Reverend Linda, the practitioners, and other reverends that are here, and every volunteer for the service they give this community. And I'm just so grateful for this day and for this sacred time that we have together. And I gently release this, knowing as it is said, it is done, and this blessing is released to the one mind, and so it is.
See. We don't have anyone holding high watch today, but today's message will be titled Expanding at the Top by Danu Green. Today's music will be the house band with Matt Trader, Mo Schneider, Paul Worster, and Marty Weisbarth. And we will also have a burning bowl ceremony as part of our gathering today. So be contemplating that. So, It's there? Okay. All right. We have an affirmation that is here. Okay, December affirmation. I will read it once, and then we'll read it together using the slide up above. I live in spirit, and spirit lives in me. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water support me in all my life, creating good wherever I go. My life is filled with love and grace. So join me if you will. I live in spirit, and spirit lives in me. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water support me in all my life, creating good wherever I go. My life is filled and grace. Good job. So now we welcome our house band, Matt Trader, Mo Schneider, Paul Worster, and Marty Weisbarth.
There we go. Now you can hear me. I invite you all to have a soft downward gaze or close your eyes. We're going to do a brief meditation. I am opening. Invite you to keep your eyes closed if you wish. Allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, remembering every moment is a gift, every moment is sacred, every moment holds new possibility. Breathing in, I remember that I am air. Breathing in, I remember that I am fire. Breathing in, I remember I am water. Breathing in, I remember I am air. Breathing in once more, I remember that I am the light of this earth, of this world, this universe. I am everything. I am all that is. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Come back to this room. So this month we have been talking about the theme of sticking the landing. As Reverend Linda has spoken about, that's kind of in reference to gymnastics of, we go through a whole year of learning and practicing all these different moves and tricks, and how do we take everything that we've learned, how do we take everything that we've performed and embodied and finish it with completion, with confidence, with clarity. And through this whole month, we have weaved each of the elements into an aspect of life, an aspect of sticking the landing. I want to take a few minutes and just go through and review these elements. The element of air, to me, really represents the mind, represents intelligence, the reciprocal nature of life. Our breath itself is an act of giving and receiving. And the air is sort of this invisible force that carries information. We tend to forget there are so many different waves and frequencies and internet signals and Wi-Fi traveling through us, all around us, carried through the air. Air also represents faith. It's an invisible presence. It's an invisible knowing that we have to lean our trust into. The element of fire represents our passion, our love. It represents our will, what we care about, what we bring to the world, what we have to offer and receive from others. It's also our creative spark. The element of fire is both creative and, while some may say also destructive, I like to use the word transformative. We have to clear the old, we have to burn away what no longer serves us, to transform, to transmute, to create something new. The element of water represents emotion, represents flow and change, reminds us that no body of water is ever the same any given day. It's always flowing and changing and carving the earth and being directed by the earth. Water really represents release and renewal. Water is our natural cleansing system in our body. It's what removes toxins. It's what allows us to flow our emotions. I think that crying is one of the most beautiful and sacred cleansing rituals that are part of our nature. I don't know about anyone here, but I'm a total crybaby. I cry at every emotion. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm in love. I cry when I'm angry. I cry when I'm sad. And it's all beautiful. I'm grateful to be in touch with that in a way that no matter what I'm feeling, I have a way to release it. I have a way to flow it out of me and through me. So don't ever feel bad for crying. The element of earth, to me, represents strength. It represents the body. It represents connection and grounding. I love the example of mycelial networks that connect our entire planet, sharing information, sharing nutrients, connecting everything that exists in physicality through life. Earth represents our presence too, our willingness and our gift of being here and knowing what is ours to do right here and now. And the fifth element that we're introducing is the element of light, which I also interpret as the element of Akasha in Hindu tradition. And both of these terms to me represent spirit itself. It represents life force. It's the energy, it's the pure potentiality, it's the ribbon, not the ribbon, but it is the force, the glue that holds all of these other elements together, that animates us, that gives us life. There's that saying, the light has left their eyes. It's like when someone doesn't feel alive inside, or when someone has physically passed, it's like we see the light leave their eyes. And light, Akasha, this really is it's everything that spirit is. Like I've said, it's pure potentiality. It's the medium for creation. It is both fluid, it is air, it is all of the elements, and moves through those and connects them all. I want to move forward into this idea of sticking the landing. As I approach this talk, I'm like, how the hell am I going to talk about sticking the landing this month? Because this month I have done a lot of sticking my face to the floor. Not very gracefully. I want to be honest, December has been one of the hardest months this year for me. I've really struggled with depression, been going through some heartache. I've been feeling every emotion in the human palette, weaving in and out of all of these different feelings. And I felt a little lost. I felt a little stuck. But for me, my saving grace has been turning to my spiritual practice. My saving grace has been prayer. My saving grace has been gratitude. My saving grace has been intention and meditation. And I want to tell a story. I've been seeing someone for a while, And, you know, we've kept things casual for a long time, and I felt us starting to get closer. And so a few weeks ago, I asked if he would like to be my partner, and he said no. And that was a little hard to hear, but he was honest with me. He said, I just don't think I'm in the right place. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm depressed right now. I don't think I can give you what you're asking for. And so I said, you know, I think I can live with that. I respect your honesty, and I still love and appreciate you as a person. And then slowly he kind of started to fade out of communication with me, and it really, really hurt. It triggered every deep core wound of abandonment that I have, and really just kind of sent me into a dark space. And I just became overwhelmed with anger. I became overwhelmed with sadness. I felt, how could you treat me like this? How could you just abandon me? And that was really hard for me. And I had to feel my feelings. I had to go through it. And I reached out for help. I reached out to Linda. I've reached out to practitioners to pray with me. I reached out to my friends. And what I prayed for initially was to be reminded that I'm loved, to be reminded that I have purpose, to be reminded that no matter what I'm feeling, I'm still here, I'm still showing up, I've still got work to do, and I'm ready to do it. And that prayer, these prayers that I've been praying, have shown up so beautifully this month in my life. So many friends reached out to me without me asking, invited me out to do fun things. So many of my friends have started coming to the center now because they want to embrace this community with me and empower me in the work I'm doing here. And my friends have loved me so unconditionally through this really hard time that I'm moving through. And that is the light of Spirit. That is what Spirit is. Spirit includes everything and excludes nothing. And a true friend will love you when you're sad. A true friend will love you when you're angry. A true friend will love you when you're depressed, when you're lost, maybe if you feel like you hate yourself. And I've just been in awe and in gratitude of how my friends have shown up for me through this. And going back to this guy I've been seeing, who I suddenly didn't hear from for weeks, I was caught in my ego. I was caught in my feelings, and I was reacting out of anger at first. I was reacting out of need, saying, what about me? What about my feelings? What about what I need? And I never got anything back from him. And I reached a certain point in my frustration with the situation, and I went to prayer, and I just said, I'm ready for resolution. Whatever it takes, however it's got to happen, I need peace in my heart, and I need to move through this and beyond this. So I said that prayer, and I continued to feel my feelings, and I continued to do my spiritual practice and surround myself with the people I care about most and take care of myself again. And a couple days ago, I got this message from Spirit to reach out one more time. And this time I didn't make it about me. I just said, I just want you to know that I care deeply about you, and I have no plans of cutting you out of my life. You've been a really good friend to me this whole time. And I also know you're hurting, and you're depressed, and you're going through a really dark time right now. And I may not understand that. You may not be able to tell me all of what you're going through, but I just want you to know, like, I cherish you as a person, and I care about your feelings, and I can't force you to communicate with me. I can't force you to stay in my life, but I just want you to know I'm here if you decide you want that. And within 2 days, he reached out, and he owned his part in that, and I got the apology that I deserved, and he just told me, he reflected back to me that care, that love, that support, and I got that resolution that I prayed for earlier this week. And so I wanted to share this story as a testament to the power of prayer. And even though we can't control other people, we can control how we show up, and we can control the direction we're moving in. We can control our mind and what we're anchored in, whether we're anchored in ego or whether we're anchored in heart. whether we're anchored in spirit or the world around us. So as we let go of this year, I want us all to think about what's been holding us back, what's kept us rooted in ego, what's the story holding you back? Is it that you're unlovable? Is it that you're too angry to forgive? Is it that you don't think you're good enough? Our stories create boxes, and if we're going to expand at the top, we have to be open at the top. If we box ourselves up, we don't let our light shine, and we don't let any light in. So the first step is we have to figure out how to open that box. And opening that box is releasing those old stories that have kept us small, that have kept us closed off from love, stepping on the hose of unconditional love that is always flowing to us, through us, and around us. And when we release that story, we allow ourselves to expand at the top. We allow ourselves to enter this next year with intention, with love, anchored in our spiritual practice, anchored in our spiritual truth. And to summarize, sticking the landing to me means anchoring myself in gratitude, prayer, curiosity, and openness. So just remain curious, remain openness. Maybe the ways that people interact with you or treat you have a lot less to do with you than it does with them, and hold compassion for them. I'm complete. Thank you.
So just in case you don't know who I am, I'm Radiant Gaines, and I'm a practitioner here at our center. And maybe you notice that I have a chartreuse paper, and maybe you still have your chartreuse paper from 2023. Questionable. You know, I can follow simple directions. So 2023, Reverend Linda did the burning bowl ceremony and gave me this piece of paper and asked me to keep it in my wallet all year. And I thought with complete conviction that I knew exactly what that said. And I was so ready to burn this sucker today. And then when I got here, I read it. Respectful kindness in love, prosperity and security, and happiness is enriching. And I have to tell you, my life has still been complicated. I had a 9-month relationship with someone that was so deep and intense and loving. He never called me names. He never raised his hand to me. And we never once fought. Even when we disagreed about something, we loved our differences. And it's getting better every day. So I think I'm going to hold on to this one a little longer. I don't know if any of y'all have studied treatment that the practitioners or ministers do here or have any kind of knowing, but I'm just going to do a short little recap. So we do a thing called treatment where we affirm the truth of the situation that you want to have as if you have it now. And the first one is we acknowledge that God is all there is, every experience, all of time, all of space, all of the things. God is all of the things. Then the practitioner will acknowledge that they too are an individualization of the one God, speaking the truth of God through the conviction of heart. And then the next step of the prayer is that we know and affirm whatever it is you're praying for. So if you're praying for peace, I know and affirm that peace has prevailed. You've probably heard that before. The next step you'll often hear is the gratitude step, which is one of my favorite steps. I could just jump right to gratitude all the time now, which is not where I was last year, but I'm learning some things. And the final step, which is what I really want to touch on today, is the release step. Now, release is not like, oh, amen, or and so it is. It's no. All of the effects of humanity, all of the conditions, all of the things I didn't like, all of the things that weren't working, it's washing those out of your experience. It's a complete conviction of releasing all of that stuff. I remember at one point when I was learning, Reverend Linda was like, you need to look at release a little deeper, because I was holding onto this and holding onto that, and I had pain in my body, and I had pain here, and like I had sadness. And she's like, no. We used to have a minister that came to visit us every now and then, Dr. Marcia Pierce, and she used to do like a body thing. I release. Like she would release the thing out the car window. Release. So it really gives that power of release. I get to release old wounds. I get to release the effects of humanity that don't serve me. And today we're going to use the power of fire. Fire is a powerful force that consumes and destroys, but also creates a space to cleanse and inspire. So some time ago I was a size 14. Hard to believe now, but I was. And I wanted to be a size 12 at that point. And I was really close to being a size 12. And so what do when you want something really bad, but you don't quite have it? You get rid of everything that supports what you don't want. So for me, I had 2 weeks worth of pants, 2 weeks worth of shirts. I took all but 3 pairs of pants and all my shirts, I took them to Goodwill. I had 3 shirts and 3 pairs of pants. All gone. I don't know where the money came from. I don't know where the perfect outfits came from. But I didn't have to wash any more laundry than I would have. And clothes appeared that I really liked, that looked good on me. So what I'm getting at is, actually Ernest talks about it in the Science of Mind textbook on page 300. A successful merchant keeps his store clean. He always is moving the merchandise. Always, that's why you notice when you go to like a store that you've been to before, you can't find the Phillips head screws and you have to look through the whole store. It creates that space of movement and you have to look for it. And then when you look for it, you're going to also find the toilet paper that you missed because they moved it to aisle 8 instead of aisle 12. You will and it will develop new ideas. So this is what we're working with today, is to be a successful merchant. And for us, we're merchants of the ideas of the mind, a merchant of beliefs, a merchant of co-creation. We are creating this world we live in. And if we're holding on to stagnant ideas and keeping them in this one place where they've been for the last 3 generations of our family, they might be a little stagnant. And it might be time to just move them 15 degrees to the right or left, whatever you prefer. And then what happens is we create a space to be open. So if you want to read more about that, that's on page 300 in the Science of Mind textbook. And now I'm just going to inspire you to sit back in your chair. We're going to do a short meditation, and this will be surrounding the white piece of paper that you were given when you walked in this room. Does everyone have their white paper? Does anyone not have a white paper that would like one? Perfect. I love it when it's like that. Okay. Okay, so take a moment and get comfortable in your chair. We really have some nice chairs here at the center. And we're sitting here on this holy ground because every ground we ever sit on is holy. And I just feel the grounded nature of God in this chair, as if there were roots coming from every part of my being, attaching me to the chair, attaching me to the carpet, attaching me to the earth. And let's just take a moment to clear our mind. And if you have ideas about Tuesday or the dirty laundry that's piling up or cleaning the cat litter box, whatever you have, you can set those by the center doors. We have some great doors just to the south of here. Just set all of those ideas by the door. And just sit and breathe with me. Let your forehead soften. Feel the space between your eyes soften and release the tension. Drop your shoulders and feel yourself completely relax. Relax and open your mind to the messages of the higher self. Go deeper. When your mind is calm and you feel a sense of peace and openness, begin to ask yourself, what is no longer serving you? Which parts of your life are causing you dis-ease or discomfort? How is the past holding you back from what you desire? This can include certain people, behaviors, limiting beliefs, or habits. Allow your heart to tell you all the things you want to release. And ask yourself what it is that you no longer want to carry forward with you in 2025. And now we will very quietly open our eyes and write it on the paper. And while we're waiting for this whole thing to get started, if anything came up for you about what you would like to take into 2025, you can put that on your green paper. But we want to keep it real simple. A short phrase. And then the idea will be that you'll put it in your wallet or a place that you will come in contact with it throughout the year and be reminded. I'm going to be like 30 years from now, I'm going to have 15 of these in my wallet. It's okay. So now what we're going to do is everybody have a sense of completeness about their white piece of paper. Does anyone need more time? Okay. So we'll start at the front end of the room. And my song leaders will come up and sing our song. And when you're ready, you can stand up, moving from the front of the room towards the back, each row at a time. And burn your white paper and then put it in the bin. And know at that moment when you put it in the bin, you are releasing that. It may take a minute, but I trust and know that you all have what it takes to release.
And I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. arms open wide, as I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. It's free in the spirit. Only here for God. I release and I let go. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Now,
Thank you so much.
just for a second, we are all here. We've completed this profound thing. Let's just take a minute and shake it all off and feel that lightness of the brand new baby you that is ready to play today. And now the ushers are up here. Oh my gosh. And now our ushers are up here, and we have great music. This center has the most amazing music. And we're going to enter our time of tithing, which you can do by scanning that code or going on PayPal. It's really simple. If you need help setting that up, I'd be happy to help you set that up later. And knowing that you are making an investment in yourself when you make an investment in the center, that you are worth having an enriching experience and having a place to come home to. And now we will sing our prosperity song and know that everything is multiplied back to us beyond our belief.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
And Kathy's going to do a little. And we have another song by our house band.
it's time for announcements. Discussion group. Kathy, you want to lead the discussion group? Cool. So meet in the meditation room at 11:45 if you wish. Men's coffee is every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. at the 5th Street Market. Upstairs. So you get your coffee downstairs and then you go hang out upstairs. Thursdays at noon in the social hall is Soup for the Soul, which is a very favorite event here. Linda cooks delicious soup for us all and has a different discussion topic. We'll be looking at journaling this week. Awesome. The grief support group led by Karuna is Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. in the meditation room. First Friday of each month, there's a Zoom meeting for the events committee. So if you want to volunteer and support and help us orchestrate all of our events coming up, please attend. First Saturday of January, Kathy Day will be leading a vision board creation workshop at 11 a.m. Creative Space every first Saturday at 1:30, and I think they meet in the social hall, right? Yeah. So bring your crafts, bring your art, bring your projects, and come have fun. The men's breakfast is every first Sunday of the month at 9 a.m. at Gateway Grill in Springfield. Invite a friend Sunday. So the first Sunday of the new year, please invite a new friend that may have never been here before or maybe hasn't come in a long time. It's all. Could I share something? Sure.
Hey, when I own my bar, I ask my bartender permission for me to go behind the bar. So I always ask the presider if it's okay for me to come up. We're going to be starting a Back to the Basics in January. We're going to go back. We're going to do the thing itself, the way it works, what it does, and how to use it. And so if you've got a friend who doesn't know anything about our teaching and wants to know, what do you guys think about? Bring them the first Sunday. That's how I got started, as I started in January 31 years ago next week. And so please invite a friend and they'll learn, and you may learn some things you didn't know too.
And tell them there will be yummy food because it's also potluck Sunday. And bring a dish. Yeah, amen to that. Bingo! Saturday, January 11th at 1:30 p.m. in the social hall. Power of Your Word. This is an 8-week accredited class on affirmative prayer. If you're wondering what an accredited class means, it means it counts toward your prerequisites if you ever want to go into practitioner training. That will be Wednesdays at 11 a.m. starting January 15th and taught by our beloved Reverend Liz. End of year giving campaign, we, as Astrid has mentioned, we hit our initial goal. And so when you hit a goal, you extend the goalpost and set higher sights. So any way you're willing to donate, I know Astrid's giving some special offerings based on certain donation amounts. Our practitioner team has agreed as well to offer practitioner work for a certain donation. We can give you more info on that if you'd like. Our Trash to Tithe project, are we still collecting bags? Okay, we are still collecting bags and bottles. So pick up a blue bag here and fill it up with your cans and bottles, and all of that money will go to support our center. Piggy bank project, I think we may still have a couple piggy banks hanging around, so you can bring one of those home and just throw your extra change in there every day, and it adds up quickly. They are very adorable. We are still doing our warm clothing drive, so any gently used or new socks, coats, gloves, hats, anything to stay warm, please bring it here and we will get it to a good home. Reverend Linda wrote a wonderful cookbook all about her favorite soups. It's available in the library if you wish. And please feel free to check out the book boutique. I don't know if we have anyone that's running the book boutique, but if you find someone or find a book or something you'd like to purchase, you can bring it to the office and Dale or Susan can bring you up. And sacred services. We always have volunteer opportunities if you want to help with events, if you want to help with beautification around the grounds, if you want to be a greeter on Sunday and just say hi and give and get lots of hugs every Sunday morning. That's a great opportunity. And thank you to our featured artists in the sanctuary, Ellen Gabehart and Meredith Farrell. And I think we've got one more song. Yeah, and Liz is going to come up as well.
Liz is doing the affirmation after the song.
Yeah, after.
On that 8-week class, Power of Your Word, that's going to begin January 15th, we've all heard thoughts are things. But in this class, you're going to learn that words have wings. So see me after service if you want to set up an arrangement for your tuition. And that's Wednesday starting January 15th. It's every Wednesday at 11 o'clock right here. See you then.
If everybody would please rise, we're going to sing the closing.
Repeat after me if you choose. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!